In today's episode, Dollar Tree items into high-end home decor DIYs. Welcome to CJ DIY. I am C. At the kids section at Dollar Tree, I found those wood round puzzles. I grabbed two of them and now I will give it a nice makeover. I removed those puzzle pieces from both of those wood rounds and I'm making them into one thicker piece with adding a glue on the inside part. For permanent hold, I'm adding a tight bond glue, and for Insta glue, I'm adding a hot Gorilla glue. For the side part of my wood round, I will be adding those wooden sticks from Walmart. Those are the jumbo ones. I have cut them off on 1.5 inches and I am gluing them around the edges of my wood round, and to cover it all I needed 22 wooden pieces. And again, I'm adding a tight bond glue for permanent and hot Gorilla glue for insta gluing. Now that all pieces are together, we have a perfect tray. I am painting it with this Dixie Belle paint in color pink. I gave it a 2 good coats, and now on top of my tray I will be adding one of those paint inlays from IOD collection booklet called Delft Traditions Noir. I'm cutting off a round shape, and before I add the inlay, to apply the inlay, you need a wet paint. I'm adding one layer of the same paint that I added on my tray, and I will be adding my inlay on top of it. If you don't have inlay, you can always add some napkins per your taste. Now that the paint is added, I spray my inlay with the water so I can make the paint work from this paint inlay, and I'm adding it on my round and smoothing it out. Make sure it's all nice and smooth. And now I'm also dabbing it with a wet towel so all this beautiful paint inlay design can be applied on my tray. I am also adding an extra water to make sure it's all wet, and I'll leave it for a good 1 to 2 hours to get it dry. Now on the other side of my tray, I wanted to make this tray reversible. I will be adding some IOD transfers from this Rose Botanical Spring collection, and I'm adding those transfers with scraping tool. I'm just releasing the header sheet and I am working through it until the whole IOD transfer is added on my tray. I am also adding another bush. The beauty for the IOD transfers is you can mix and match and add different kind of transfers and put them all together in one and create a beautiful unique piece. As you can see, I added some leaves on the bottom to complete those looks, and voila! I will also seal it with a clear DIY wax. And now that my paint inlay is dry, I am also spraying it with the water, and I am going over with a wet towel, and I will remove that paint inlay header sheet. I just grab a wooden skewer to be easier for me to remove this paper, and voila, look at this beautiful transfer that I made on this very inexpensive tray. I can use it as a riser with this pink candle holder from Dollar Tree, and I'm showing you the both sides, and this look is complete. For my next creation, I will be using this egg-shaped sign and the smaller egg sign. I spray painted them with a white paint, and on the smaller piece, I'm adding a 1 coat of a chalk paint, and I am adding another paint inlay. This time will be from the Spring Melody IOD paint inlay collection. Now that my paint was wet, I added those cute bunnies with the bushes, same way like I did on my tray. I'm smoothing it out with a wet towel and a water. Make sure it's all nice and smooth. I'm gonna let it dry for just 1 to 2 hours, and now I'm removing my IOD inlay. And look how beautiful it looks with these beautiful pastel bunnies and bushes around it. It looks just perfect. I am gluing my smaller egg sign into the large one. I have also created a large bow with this cute pink ribbon that I purchased from Amazon. I will have the links in my description box, and I'm gluing it on top of my smaller egg. To finish off this look, I'm adding one of those molds that I created with resins. I painted in a coral pinkish color, and I am gluing it on the bottom part of my smaller egg. I'm also distressing it with a lighter pink paint, and then with the same paint I went over the edges on the smaller egg and on the larger egg for extra detail. And this look is complete. For my next creation, I'm using those large jumbo sticks from Walmart. I need 10 of them cut on 3 inches. I will need 5 for each side, and I am creating awning or a canopy roof for my flower/candy cart that I will create. I'm gluing them, and then in between I'm adding a smaller wooden pieces to make them more sturdy, and those little pieces won't be visible because they will be on the inside part of the roof. So now that I glue 5 pieces, I will add extra 5 pieces the same way like I created those, with connecting them with just a little mini wooden skewer in between to make my roof more sturdy. Now that the roof is done, I will add it on one of those wooden crates from Dollar Tree, with adding the wooden skewers and adding those wooden skewers inside of my cute paper straws that I got in my stash, and I am gluing them in the middle part of my crate. I am also adding a glue on top of the straws so I can add the roof, and I have a perfect cute mini cart that we can add some candy, we can add some eggs, or we can just add some flowers for our home decor look. First, I painted my crate with pink and white stripe, but I decided to paint my crate with just the white chalk paint, and then for the roof I will add some stripes with white and pink. To complete this look, I will be adding some embellishment with these brooch IOD molds that I created with resins, and I am using one of those brooches, painting it in a pink color, and also for the inside part I will be adding some IOD transfers, but you can always add those stickers from Dollar Tree who look similar like brooches, and it will look beautiful on your floral / candy cart as well. I will be gluing this embellishment in the middle part of my crate. Also, I made some pink wheels with these half wooden beads painted in a pink paint. I am gluing them together, and also for extra little detail I decided to add one of those wordings from IOD transfers just to make them like a French country shabby chic cart, and this look is complete. Another amazing find from Dollar Tree are those silver trays. Sorry for the lights. I painted with a yellow paint, 2 good coats, and now I am adding a different paint inlays on those two with some cute bunnies. So I'm adding an extra wet paint to apply those bunnies, same way like I did on my other paint inlays, spraying them with the water and then smoothing them out with dabbing a wet towel, and let them to get dry for hour to 2 hours until the paint inlay is applied on my tray. I repeated the same step on my second tray as well. And now, while my inlays are drying on the edges, I am just distressing them with this rusted gold matte finish paint that I got in my stash. This is similar like rub and buff, just to get that extra little detail on my cute decorative trays, and you will have a perfect look for Easter vignette. I'm removing my inlay sheets with adding a water and wet towel, and also I have created lace bows for those trays. I glue them on the top and on the bottom, and this look is complete. I love those wooden pieces, blanks from Dollar Tree. I also painted with a yellow paint. I added another layer of a wet yellow paint, and I'm adding another sheet of a paint inlay with this bunny and some bushes, and I have a perfect cute tabletop for my vignette. Now that it's dry, I am taking you up close to see how beautiful it is to work with those inlays. I am repeating the same step with the dabbing a wet towel and a water and simply removing this inlay sheet, and you have a perfect look for this bunny. Also around the edges, I will add some green ink just to give some rustic look to it, and this look is done. And my darlings, unfortunately we came to the end of this episode. Let me know which of those creations is your favorite. If you have some suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. And if you like my content and for more, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And until next time, I'm sending you lots of blessings from me to you. Bye bye.